Okay, I'm hooking up to this here. I'll get today's date here. November 18th, 2025. So I'm going to hook up. I did not change this capacitor. This one is I'm involved in changing this one. So I'm going to hook up to here. I'm going to hook my oscilloscope up to here. This is Oranger Beginner's Corner. So here's the TV. And it only has one IF. So I'm going to hook up to this here. I'm going to hook my oscilloscope up to the old capacitor that shows was like 160 some volts passes through it. So I'm going to hook this up to that one. I usually turn my brightness down. So we'll zero up there at 50% and see what happens. I want to see if I can find vertical and horizontal. With the solid state oscilloscope, I see two lines going. I think they're different frequencies. I know they're different frequencies, so I figure they're showing stuff and it's bouncing all over the place. That's useless. So I'm hooked up to the old capacitor on X10, and I'm grounded through this. Way too long test lead for RF or anything, but it's okay for this. So I'm going to turn the TV on right now and this thing on. I have this for video. I'll just grab it to there. I think I was going to start out with this at the video and work my way towards the tuner. So I think we have like a 38 HE7, 17 GT5. I think this is vertical oscillator output, 17 JZ8. Is that it? And I don't know what these are. The pickup tube and well, this one here is like a 8FQ7. I was just looking at it, 8CG7. I was just kind of glimpsing at it this way. I could kind of read some of it. So I will shut this. I love to have it open because it lets so much heat out. I'd almost like to put a fan in there. One time I was working with it and I somehow flipped my cell phone, and of course it landed right on the deflection, horizontal deflection coils output, so it wasn't good. So kind of scary. So I'm going to plug this in again. We're marked neutral on the left, hot on the right. Plug it in, see what happens. Oh, see, we got this DC voltage. The hell, we're high at 100 volt. So I got 175 volts right there of DC. Now, just for the heck of it, we'll take it to the orange or the yellow drop, the yellow jacket. Yellow jacket, she stays where she should. Old tubular, she jumps up. I'm on 100 volts per division, so we're almost 25% lesser than 200 volts. And here's what we get. These vertical things or diagonal things are not there. It's just jumping up and down. We got a black margin there, black margin there. So now what I gotta hook this thing up. I'll pause this and hook this up to. I'm gonna hook it up right here. Well, actually, I don't have to because I already have it right here. So, but we don't have a nothing. This is just learning to me. So we got something happening there, and we got a garbled picture. And we're going through my oscilloscope's going through the old tubular capacitor to my cathode of my picture tube is running through this red jumper that shouldn't be there, but we'll see what we can catch here. Oops, I'll go, whoops, oh shit, what the hell am I doing? Damn it, leave it. Okay, thought I'd see something more exciting. Put this on AC. Block the DC. I have shit. Have to leave it here. I could probably pull back on it with this. Oh, I'm supposed to be down like this, I think. I don't know. I can see bigger spaces here. It's right into the right. This other shit like this is not really there. Let's see. So it's definitely got an issue in the IFs or something. Where am I? I'm into the video amplifier. Let me adjust this video amplifier control. I wouldn't doubt it a bit if I have so I pretty much have to turn this thing all the way up, full blast. I wouldn't doubt it a bit if I don't have an automatic gain control problem. I know I do. I don't think this matters on video. It's what it comes with. Put these in. They're nice ones, they fit tight. Now this voltage, that's actually red. So we'll go back up here. So we got UHF, IF. I don't know where the IS is on this, if it's around that 25 number or 40 to 45, whatever it was. Might be right here. I think it's marked. It's marked, I think. 44, 45. No, 45 is right here. 42 and a half. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You got to vary it anyways. Okay. So I would think I could get horizontal, vertical here, and then horizontal. Horizontal this way. I'm just getting trash. It only has one IF, so right now I'm hooked up here through the 0.01. So I think there's like a 0.15. This, I will hook the oscilloscope up through the yellow jacket. Doesn't get any better, but if you put it on DC, it'll stay. Maybe not. Maybe not. But there's a lot of leakage through that white capacitor. So now I'm going to hook up to the control grid of the 6CB6, which is point. Oh boy, I have to flip it upside down. It's pin 1 of that tube. I was going to stick some stingers on here. Drill a hole and have a rubber grommet or something and have grid number 1 come through. Like, here's a hole right here. I could put a tubing over it and have a stinger come out for grid number 1. That is where pin number 1 is too. That's what I should do. So I can't hook up to there without some hard labor. So here's contrast, which changes the biasing the cathode of the tube. So I'll pull back a little bit, soften it. But we do have problems. I do not have customers like other people have. We have one TV shop but I think he has to work on flat screens or he'd have zero business. So here we are someplace here. I did not replace this so-called resistor either. So what I do, I have the yellow jacket here right now, just kind of pieced in, experimenting. All I'm doing is experimenting. I gotta get the negative control grid voltage of this before and after this is lifted. I'd assume that's giving me positive voltage from something this way. It's got to be screwing with my diode stuff. I mean, if we got linkage here and we got the automatic, what do we got going on here? We also have automatic gain control voltages changing there. It may have to be isolated from my video amplifier. My video amplifier could be screwing this automatic gain control stuff up. And another one is this tubular capacitor. I'm sure a 0.15, 0.15 is tubular. This is going to be a plate ceramic. This is that input rectangle adjustable mica. This is where I want to hook up to. So if I lift this chassis on its side, put a little tube there and run that up so I have a stinger, put a hoop in it, and I could put G1 of, it's by the 6CB6. Everybody and their grandmothers would know what that meant. So here we go here. We jump into here, we jump to here, and we got our video amplifier stuff. Okay, I got to find that and replace it immediately. And then that'll isolate the video amp from this automatic gain control system. And then maybe this might function better. This one radio I was working on, the hell is it? The Philco. The other one of this. I'm working on it last night, and I'm only getting a B+, like in this spot, at about 66 volts. Okay, this is the main B+, and it has the choke. The other one has the regular choke. I'm getting like 66 volts here, and I thought, okay, something's really screwed up. So I cut out, I remembered these two capacitors go actually to minus. So I thought, I'm going to chip. So I cut this one out, bent it up, and cut that one out, bent it up, Turn it back on, check my B plus, it went up to about 190 volts. It's still lacking, but there's a dual capacitor here that are in here and where that one goes. I gotta snip that out. It's sitting right here on the other one. And but as soon as the lower one, the 0.03 was the one with the big leakage. It read it on my my digital meter about 75K. So I imagine if it's got B plus on one side and it breaks down way worse than that to short circuit. So I had 66 voltage of B plus here. About 66 voltage here until I cut both of those out, and then it went out to 190 volts. So I know, and this one here is obviously producing what 160 something on the digital meter too. I'll shine on that, but I'm trying to get this stuff on my oscilloscope. I had a box that would display those. I thought that was so cool, but then the power transformer went to the shits. So I'd love to get one of those, like in a little solid state one. So, but I suppose if this thing was hooked up, hold on. Okay, this is going to be replaced today. This is going to be replaced today, just so we have a clean video. And it should also, I gotta have automatic gain control voltages things happening here. Where's the automatic gain control come from? I don't even know. I think it should come from one of these diodes pushing a well, that would be it. Pushing DC. Here it is, right here. This one. Pushing DC. This should be negative. How is it negative? Negative would have a cathode pulling it. I'll have to experiment and figure it out. Why, I don't understand it. Okay, that's why I'm only a beginner. Back on. $200 I'm safe. DC. So we'll hook up to the yellow jacket first on the video output. If you can see it. All my negatives are tied together right here, hanging out there. This white one just went to this meter, neutral. So I'm just going to hang out, put my finger here, brace it, and touch this. A little confidence for me. Okay, I'm on the cathode of the picture tube. So we are going to see DC there, I guess. I thought if the brightness was up all the way, it went really close to ground. Let me turn the brightness up. It is all the way. But there is a 100K resistor in there, a stop resistor. So we got 105 volts there. And this one here, we're going to have over 200 volts, I guess. 1,000 volt scale. Saying 800 some volts. Is that possible? This goes to the plate of the video output. It's not possible. I don't think. Phantom voltage. I don't know what it is now. Well, better just get rid of that capacitor, hook the yellow jacket up, and move on. Why is it showing that? I don't know. Okay. Okay. What happened? Video's all the way up. I don't know what changed. Something has changed. Warm-up conditions. Maybe the the voltage. Maybe this resistor warmed up and now it's got a allowing more DC path here. A heat up problem. I'll pause my phone, let the TV cool down, and do this again. I should have a picture of the display here. We'll see. Changed my mind here. Decided to turn it back on. Oh shoot, I have my stuff disconnected. So I am running through this long test lead to the cathode of the connection to the CRT, but I don't think that's a problem, because a lot of times they have long wires going to your cathode of the CRT from other TV sets. I never replaced this, but I have this big wax capacitor down here. This one here vertically up by the 470K resistor. Hold on. Plug the TV for a moment. Let me get back to it. Hooked up to the control grid. So now right below, I just clipped up this too, is the wax capacitor, which can't be seen, I guess. Let me try this thing. Well, so anyways, it's this capacitor. Plug it back in. So, this TV doesn't have an automatic key control. Wait, this thing here has a negative and positive switch. I forgot about that. So this is on, it's down, I think it's negative. Let me see. Down is negative. So it's up full blast. But, you know, we don't know if this machine has an issue either. So here's all the way down, all the way up, full video. This bar here is not there. Turn to, this is negative down, now it's up. Positive, negative. So I'm going to clip out that wax capacitor out of circuit and hook back up. See if it improves. Well, I was able to disconnect the capacitor and push it way down. There it is right there. To the control grid. There it is right there. But I cannot get clippers on the bottom side of it. I think it might even be pushed up against the chassis. I don't know. I don't know how to get it out of there. Well, I have to desolder that blackened resistor and then study this more. I do not want to destroy them peaking coils. So I'll just hook up to the 470K. I got the capacitor disconnected anyways. Still garbled. So my signal's going in to the control grid where I just snipped out this capacitor. Tuning's not going to help me because I'm hooked up into the control grid. Let me adjust this video down here. Let me go up to a positive. Negative again. Okay, now I'm going to hook this up and just for the hell of it going to the RF. I cannot go into the control grid of the 6 CB6 until I mount that stinger through this little hole right here. Pin number 1 will be right here, so I'll put a stinger out of there later. I'll hook this up right now. Hook back up. These do not exist. Diagonal black margins. Okay, when I was hooking this up, static come through, so I decided, well, I better shut this off and recheck it. So I rechecked it coming out of here, which I'll unplug this now. It didn't matter, so I'll put this up to channel 4. That's IF. Oops, forgot. Channel 4 is fixed. So we'll try this. Channel 3, channel 4. So what is up? I'll hook up a converter box. Okay, after hooking up my converter box, I had nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I decided my antenna comes in here. It goes up to this switching mechanism, then comes down here. So I decided to put my box right into these antenna terminals on the tuner switch or the tuner and see what happens. This thing here has to be on. I shut it off. Something's got to give. That sound carrier, was it 4.5 megahertz? That's still working? Oh, is there a star? Oh, I didn't know that mattered. And I got RF gain all the way up. House keep biasings. Doesn't matter. Color. Want some color? I do. Well, I have to let it get overnight cold again and start again. So that one wax capacitor is gone, snipped at this time. I have a new yellow jacket here. I'm pretty sure these have continuity, both of these coils, or all three of them. I think there's one over here and two on the plate. Something's up. Maybe I better recheck this. Where is it? The 470 ohms. That's for audio, though, I think. Tuner tubes check good. There's no red on those. And if you turn this to the wrong position where it will interrupt the antenna, it will shut the TV off. B plus runs through it. So I don't know what's up. I don't want to just go through all the wax capacitors because then I'm not finding the issue. I want to try to find the where she's not working. Whether it's this, I got to get onto this control grid before I'll know anything. So I can go here, nothing. I can't go here. If I could get into this trimmer, I could, but the trimmer, where is it? Right here. Because that goes in at the input side of this transformer. And this side hooks up to the control grid. So I have to look up and see if we have control grid issues, if we got positive voltage there, where it's supposed to be negative 1.5. Look at these different voltages and see if the video amplifier is functioning here. And this is pretty warm, but it's got the video amplifier right below it. So I guess this is it for today or at the moment, because I have to do some research and I'll need both hands, but this lower wax is going to be a real bitch and I have to explore this resistor. That burnt resistor. That could be the problem. That measured what? That measured like, I have it written down here someplace. This mess. I'll remeasure it. Right now it's saying 297 ohms. I'll pop it out of. I'll get the soldering gun and pop it out. Definitely popped out a circuit now. $297 ohms. So I should probably hook up and see how many milliamps is running through that damn thing. And I don't think I don't have PhotoFax. I might have to order one on this TV. Not that the TV is that great, but I wouldn't mind rating it and figuring it out. So this is it for now. Not a damn thing I can do without first being able to get at that grid number 1 and make sure I got a proper size capacitor hooking up. I'm using a 0.01 at, where the heck is it? It's lost now. Get this properly hooked up without lengthy test leads. Here it is. Here's what I was using. 0.01 at 600. I should recheck this and make sure it's still good. I'm pretty sure it's good. It's old. And this is what I go by, is this right here. I got to make sure these coils are good and nothing on this side. This is it. Orange Beginner's Corner for today. Out.